Welcome to Caribbean Global Network News and Sports. I am Scott Wilson. In today's headlines, Air Canada makes emergency landing. And in sports, Reggae Girlz draw in South Africa. Air Canada makes emergency landing in Barbados. A medical emergency resulted in the subsequent death of a 94-year-old German man on an Air Canada flight, saw the airline making a forced landing at the Grantley Adams International Airport in Barbados on Saturday. The flight AC 1724 from Montreal Trudeau International to Barbados was met by emergency services. The man was seated next to his 84-year-old wife, where he moved to use the bathroom. After failing to see her husband return, she went in search of him and found him unresponsive in the bathroom. Jamaica continues to bleed. There have been 5 reported murders since Saturday alone. According to police reports, the murders were committed in St. Andrew and St. Thomas. 36-year-old Damian Newell of Stony Hill, St. Andrew, was allegedly stabbed to death by his brother. The police have reported that Newell was asleep when his brother took a kitchen utensil and stabbed him in the neck. Information is that residents heard the disturbance coming from the house and rushed to the scene. Newell's brother was observed standing over him, soaked in blood. Meanwhile, Ferron Bailey, a barber of Knightsville District in Yala, St. Thomas, was killed at a wake. Gunshots were heard and he was later found to be suffering from gunshot wounds. 3 other men were killed between the 2 parishes, and up to the time of this newscast, they were yet to be identified. Pressure on opposition leader Peter Phillips. In light of the defeat suffered by the People's National Party, the PNP, on Thursday, the leadership of Peter Phillips has come under question. Former Member of Parliament Heather Robinson, in an interview with the Sunday Gleaner, said Phillips will have to review his leadership. Quote, "At this point, any leader would have to do that," end quote, Robinson said. Quote, "Political parties are there to win elections," end quote. Over to sports. Reggae Girlz South Africa play to a 1-1 draw. The Reggae Girlz and South Africa ended their friendly international match in a 1-1 draw on Sunday at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban, South Africa. Striker Khadija Shaw secured the equalizing goal in the 58th minute, beating 4 defenders to get the goal for Jamaica after Linda Matelo capitalized on an error from Jamaican skipper Konya Plummer to send the hosts in front. South Africa and Jamaica are in preparation mode ahead of their first appearances at the FIFA Women's World Cup in France in June, with the South Africans using the game as a farewell to their nation ahead of their training camp. Quote, "South Africa is a very organized team and they are also pretty physical, so we knew it would be a tough game, but we came and did what we had to do," end quote, commented Shaw post-game. Quote, "It wasn't the best performance from us, but at halftime we talked about it and we knew we had to relax. The crowd was of course behind South Africa and we were playing too slow in the first half. But we want to thank South Africa for having us here. They treated us really well and it was a great experience," end quote, she continued. The Reggae Girlz will face Panama on May 19 at the National Stadium before facing Scotland on May 27 in Scotland as part of their preparations for the World Cup. Brianna Williams dominates rivals. Otto Bolden coached Briana Williams proved to be a cut above the rest on Saturday as the Carifta Trials held at the National Stadium in Kingston. The double world sprint champion effortlessly won the girls under 20 100-meter finals on day 2 of the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association's Carifta Games trials. 17-year-old Williams, based in Florida, USA, breezed past the finishing line comfortably in a time of 11.67 seconds. Williams will now set her sights on the upcoming Carifta Games held in Cayman Islands on April 20 to 22. Raheem Sterling praised for buying tickets for school kids. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has hailed Raheem Sterling's decision to buy 550 tickets for his side's FA Cup semi-final against Brighton for pupils of his former school as an incredible gesture. Jamaican-born Sterling grew up in the shadow of the old Wembley, having moved to England from Jamaica at age 5. Quote, "I grew up right next door to the stadium and would dream of one day playing in a cup final or even representing my country there," end quote, said Sterling. Quote, "To now be able to play there myself is an honor, and this is a great opportunity to give back to the community that helped me to get where I am," end quote. The England international has become a key figure not only on the field for club and country, but an increasingly prominent campaigner against racism. Sterling was allegedly targeted by racist abuse earlier in the season at Chelsea and also spoke out as England players suffered more disturbing scenes in Montenegro last month. That's it for your CGN News and Sports. I am Scott Wilson. Pleasant viewing.